All right, thanks, guys. We once again went 2 wins, 1 loss, and a push yesterday on my Patreon website. It's going to put us at 6-2 with a push in our last 9 picks on that site. And we are 8-3-1 in our last dozen daily best plays on that site as well. The link for that website is in the description section below. Once again, that is patreon.com/Brock Page. All right, let's go ahead and get into some college basketball action. Georgetown taking on Xavier, 6:30 Eastern tip-off in that game. The Musketeers opened 3.5 up to -4. Total open 147.5 up to 148. 54% are leaning Xavier, 65% on the over. Right now, Georgetown is plus $1.65 on the money line. Now, the Hoyas just 3-4 straight up away from home, 2-4 straight up in their last 6. They failed to cover the point spread in 5 out of their last 6 as well. They're giving up 74 points per contest. They're also allowing their opponents to shoot 41% from downtown when they are traveling. They're giving up just 77 points per contest on the road as well. Xavier on the other side, 9-2 straight up at home this year. They're giving up just 67 points per contest. Meanwhile, they're holding their opponents to just 40% from the field and 27% from downtown on their home court. Najee Marshall, 17 points a game, 6 rebounds. Paul Scruggs, 15 points a game, 4 boards for him. And Tyreek Jones, 14 points a game and double-digit rebounds for the Musketeers. 2 out of Xavier's last 3 got over the number. Georgetown, 2-0 to the over in their last 2. I'm going to lean Xavier -4 in the over 148 in that contest. Next game, Arkansas taking on Mississippi State, 7 o'clock Eastern tip-off. Mississippi State opened -2 up to -3.5. Total open 135.5 up to 136. 56% are leaning Arkansas, 69% on the over. Right now, the Razorbacks are plus 160 on the money line. Arkansas winners of 6 out of their last 8. They're averaging 74 points per contest. They're also 14-3 straight up overall for the year, 4-2 straight up away from home. Mason Jones, 18 points a game, 6 rebounds, 4 assists, and 2 steals for the Razorbacks. Isaiah Joe, 18 points a game, 5 rebounds, 2 steals. And Jimmy Witt, 15 points a game, 5 rebounds. Jimmy shooting 53% from the field. Arkansas, they're in the top 40 in points allowed, top 3 in the nation in defending the 3-ball. They're giving up just 62 points per contest. Meanwhile, their opponents are shooting just 23% from downtown. Mississippi State on the other side, just 3-4 straight up in their last 7. They've also failed to cover the point spread in 6 out of their 11 home games. Total-wise, Mississippi State 70% to the over in their last 10. Arkansas 6-3 to the over in their last 9. I'm going to lean Arkansas plus 3.5 in the over 136 in that game. Next matchup, Gamecocks taking on the Auburn Tigers, 7 o'clock Eastern tip-off. Auburn open -11.5 down to -11. Total open 144 up to 146. 52% are leaning Auburn, 63% on the over. Right now, South Carolina's plus 540 on the money line. Moss and Hannibal are questionable. Bryant is out. But regardless of those injuries, South Carolina, winners of their last 2 straight. Those victories came against Texas A&M and Kentucky. They scored 81 points in each one of those victories. They're also 4-1 straight up on the road. A.J. Lawson, 14 points a game, 3 rebounds for him. Jermaine Cuisinart, 11 points a game, 3 rebounds, 3 assists. And Maik Kotsar, 10 points a game, 6 rebounds for South Carolina. The Gamecocks are allowing just 66 points per contest. Their opponents are also shooting just 38% from the field. Auburn on the other side, losers of their last 2 straight. They're also just 30% against the spread in their last 10. The Tigers, just 4-5 against the spread at home. Now, 3 out of Auburn's last 3 games stayed under the number. They're also 7-2 to the under in their last 9. I'm going to lean South Carolina plus 11 and the under 146 in that game. Before we go ahead and move on, just want to take another quick timeout and welcome you to the show. Got some lines of personal leans out for Wednesday's college basketball action. Happy Wednesday to you. We're halfway there to the weekend. Happy hump day. Now, before we go ahead and move on, just want to take, just another quick timeout and remind you to check me out on my website at patreon.com/BrockPage, where I do daily premium sports picks on that website, beginning at just $1.99 per month. Now, we had 4 premium selections yesterday on that site. We went 2-1 with a push in those 4 selections, and that's actually going to put us at 6-2-1 in our last 9 picks on that website, and we are 8-3 with a push in our last dozen daily best plays on that site. Now, the daily best play is a membership that I offer. That membership costs just $1.99 per month through the rest of the month. You get billed $1.99 when you sign up for that package, and then on the first of every month. So, anyway, you may be wondering, well, why would I buy a package when you're giving me the picks for free here on YouTube? What I do on Patreon, I make life a lot easier for you. Instead of throwing darts and handicapping every single game, I narrow it down and focus in on 3 to 4 premium selections per day. They're high percentage selections, games that I personally have action on. And I'll tell you this much, my current record on Patreon is a whole lot better than it is here on YouTube, throwing darts, handicapping every single game on the board. And if you want to check out my current record, you can do that for free right now. My current Patreon record is right on the homepage. The link for that site is in the description section below. Once again, that is patreon.com/BrockPage. All right, let's go ahead and get into some more free lines and personal leans right here on YouTube. All starts Eastern Standard Time. And on deck, we've got Cincinnati taking on Temple, 7 o'clock Eastern tip-off at the Liacouras Center. Cincinnati opened 2, up to -2.5. Total open 130, up to 131. 59% on Cincinnati, 61% on the over. Right now, Temple's plus $1.35 on the money line. Quentin Rose is listed as questionable for the Owls. But regardless of that, Temple ranks in the top 50 in defensive rebounding. They're also in the top 10 in the nation in defending the 3-ball. They're allowing just 63 They're allowing just 63 points per contest. Meanwhile, their opponents are shooting just 38% from the field. And when it comes to their opponents shooting the 3-ball, their opponents are shooting just 27% from downtown. Now, Cincinnati on the other side, just 1-4 straight up as the official road team. They also failed to cover the point spread in 8 out of their last 9 games away from home. They're averaging just 66 points per contest as the road team, and they're shooting just 38% from the field as the road team as well. 6 out of Cincy's last 9 games stayed under the total. Meanwhile, Temple 6-1 to the under in their last 7. I'm going to lean Temple plus 3 after buying the hook, and the under 131 in that contest. Next game I have for you, it is going to be Penn State taking on Michigan, 7:30 Eastern tip-off. The Wolverines open 4, up to -4.5. Total open 147, up to 147 and a hook. 57% are on Michigan, 53% on the over. Right now, the Nittany Lions are plus $1.80 on the money line. Now, Penn State's lost 3 out of their last 4. They also failed to cover the point spread in 5 out of their last 7 away from home. They're giving up 77 points per contest as the road team. Now, Michigan on the other side, Isaiah Livers, he's been upgraded to questionable. We may see him in limited action tonight as he's struggling with that groin injury. But regardless, Michigan very good at home this year. 8-1 straight up on their home court. 6-3 against the spread in those 9 home games. They're averaging 78 points per contest. They're shooting 48% from the field. And when it comes to playing at home, they're actually averaging 85 points per contest on their home court, and they are shooting 51% from the field at home. Now, Michigan's 4-0 to the over in their last 4. Penn State 70% to the over in their last 10. I'm going to lean Michigan -4.5 and the over 147.5 in that contest. Next game, Syracuse taking on the Fighting Irish, 7 o'clock Notre Dame. The Fighting Irish opened as the 4-point favorite, up to -4.5. Total open 139.5, down to 138 and a hook. 58% are leaning Syracuse, 52% on the over. Right now, Syracuse is plus $1.70 on the money line. The Orange have failed to cover the point spread in 6 out of their last 9. Failures to cover against the likes of Niagara, North Florida, and Oakland. Meanwhile, Notre Dame 9-2 straight up at home. They're averaging 77 points per contest on their home court. They also rank in the top 45 in the country in home offensive rebounding. Syracuse 70% to the over in their last 10. Give me the Fighting Irish minus 4.5 and the over 138.5 in that contest. Next game, actually not on our board, but it's going to be North Carolina taking on Virginia Tech, 8 o'clock Eastern tip-off. The Hokies open 6.5 down to -6. Total open 138 up to 138 and a hook. 63% are leaning Virginia Tech, 58% shaded toward the over. Right now the Tar Heels are plus 230 on the money line. North Carolina's dropped 8 out of their last 10 games. They're also just 4-13 against the spread overall for the year. The Hokies on the other side, they're giving up just 58 points per contest on their home court. Their opponents are also shooting just 38% from the field at Virginia Tech. The Hokies are 7-4 to the under at home. UNC 6-2 to the under away from home themselves. I'm going to lean Virginia Tech -6 and the under 138.5 in that contest. Next game, it is going to be Rutgers taking on Iowa. Sorry about that, guys. I skipped over Providence Seton Hall. I wanted to handicap that one. Okay, we'll skip that. Sorry about that, guys. Next matchup, Rutgers taking on Iowa. 9 o'clock Eastern tip-off in that game. The Hawkeyes open 5 up to -5.5. Total open 138.5 down to 138. 54% are leaning Iowa, 52% on the over. Right now the Scarlet Knights are plus $2 on the money line. Now Rutgers is averaging 63 points per contest on the road. Not very good scoring away from home. They're also shooting just 28% from downtown in that same category there. Iowa on the other side, 7-2 straight up in their last 9, 8-1 against the spread in those 9 games. Successful covers over the likes of Michigan, Maryland, and Penn State. Iowa ranks in the top 25 in the nation in scoring. They're also shooting 46% from the field, and they're averaging 80 points per contest. 7 out of Iowa's last 9 did stay under the number, ironically. Meanwhile, Rutgers on the other side, 7-0 to the under in their last 7 themselves. I'm going to lean Iowa -5.5 and the under 138 in that game. Next and final matchup for the show, it is going to be Creighton taking on DePaul, 7 o'clock Eastern tip-off. DePaul opened as the 1-point favorite, up to -1.5. Total open 145.5 up to 146. I like DePaul in this spot here. Give me DePaul -1.5 and the over 146 in that game. All right, guys, that's going to do it for me. I got to thank you for joining me right here on YouTube. I really hope you enjoyed all this great free content, all this great free information. Happy Wednesday to you. Best of luck to you. And I look forward to seeing you later today on patreon.com/BrockPage.